So in 2023, we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and now a year later, we got the newest Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, but what exactly changed over this last year when it comes to attention to detail? So if you look back at the launch of Black Ops 6, I made a direct comparison video comparing Black Ops 6 to the previous Black Ops game, Black Ops Cold War, but I kind of had a hard time deciding whether to make that video or Black Ops 6, the newest Call of Duty versus the previous Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, so that's what this video is, and I hope you guys enjoy it, but let's dive in. Beginning with a comparison of the glass physics, and in Modern Warfare 3, whenever you shoot glass, the glass immediately enters a cracked, shattered state, but the more you shoot the glass, eventually it'll just explode out entirely. Whereas in Black Ops 6, this has been improved upon pretty significantly, as wherever you shoot the glass is where a chunk of the glass will be knocked out. And though it may be arguable that this is less realistic, I do think it's a neat change. And speaking of shooting things, there's also added detail when it comes to shooting different objects in the environment. For example, in Modern Warfare 3, whenever I shoot this hanging clock on the wall, the clock doesn't move at all and just gives it a broken glass decal. Whereas in Black Ops 6, whenever I tried this, the clock actually falls off the wall. And this applies to other random objects in the environment as well, like these balloons in Modern Warfare 3, whenever I shoot them, they just kind of pop and disappear, whereas in Black Ops 6, whenever I shoot them, they actually pop and rain confetti. It's a small detail, but it is there. And then there's more drastic differences, like in Black Ops 6, whenever I shoot this fire extinguisher, it starts to decompress and leak, and whenever I do it in Modern Warfare 3, it looks like it's doing the exact same thing, except it can explode and kill you. And moving on to a weapon comparison of the AK-47, which appears in both games, but you'll immediately notice in Modern Warfare 3 that the weapon's design and color palette is completely different than the AK-47 we see in Black Ops 6. But you'll also notice when firing the weapon in Modern Warfare 3 that the AK-47 has much less muzzle flash and smoke than what we see with the AK-47 in Black Ops 6. And moving on now to an interesting difference when it comes to actually shooting enemies between the two games, because in Modern Warfare 3, whenever you shoot a down enemy, the bodies don't physically react to your gunshots. Whereas in Black Ops 6, whenever you shoot downed enemies, you can actually see that your gunshots are actually physically moving the bodies in the environment. Another interesting difference that actually affects gameplay is that in Modern Warfare 3, whenever you shoot a closed door, the door doesn't react at all. While in Black Ops 6, whenever you shoot a door, whether it's wood or metal, the door will slowly open with each gunshot that hits the door. But it's worth noting in both games that you can blow open a door with a grenade or Semtex. And with this next comparison, I wanted to show the differences between the two games when it comes to fire effects. So in Modern Warfare 3, whenever I throw this incendiary grenade, whenever it detonates, it actually does explode due to it being a grenade, and it lights the environment on fire, and it does look pretty impressive. While in Black Ops 6, the only way I could test this was with a Molotov cocktail, and whenever you throw it, though it doesn't explode like the incendiary grenade, which it shouldn't, it's a Molotov cocktail, it is worth noting that it's pretty cool how you can see the flames expanding out from the point of detonation, which is pretty cool that they had a difference from the Molotov cocktail to the exploding incendiary grenade from Modern Warfare 3. And moving on now to a quick comparison of the explosion effects between the two games, and in Modern Warfare 3, whenever I throw the Semtex on this wooden fence, though the explosion itself looks great, it actually looks pretty much identical to what we see in Black Ops 6, you will notice that the blast mark left behind on the fence is much smaller in Modern Warfare 3 than what we see in Black Ops 6. Which leads us to a comparison of the water physics between the two games, and in Modern Warfare 3, whenever you shoot the surface of the water, it looks great, and it looks pretty much identical to what we see in Black Ops 6, but the real difference I noticed is whenever I decided to throw an explosive into the water, and though it looks fine in Modern Warfare 3, I did think it looked noticeably better and more realistic in Black Ops 6. And with this next comparison, I wanted to show the differences of what it's like to shoot your weapon underwater between the two games. And in Modern Warfare 3, though shooting your weapon looks fine, you'll immediately notice that your character model is actually putting out a lot of bubbles that actually start to obscure your vision, much more than what we see in Black Ops 6. As when you get into the water, there's hardly any bubbles coming up at all, so you have a pretty clear view until you actually start shooting, and then you start to see some, but not nearly as much as what you saw in Modern Warfare 3. And with this next comparison, we're going to be talking about player movement, because in Black Ops 6, obviously we have Omni movement, but in Modern Warfare 3, as you see, whenever I dive down to the ground and I'm laying prone, I can only aim up so high because I'm laying on my stomach and I can only bend my back so far up. While in Black Ops 6, as I said, you have Omni movement, which allows you to actually lay on your back, so you should be able to aim straight up into the air, right? But instead, you can only aim up about as far as you could in the previous Call of Duties when you're laying on your stomach, which to me seems like a bit of an oversight. And with my final comparison, you guys know I love to compare snow and ice effects, so in Modern Warfare 3, I noticed whenever I'm shooting these hanging icicles from rooftops, you can actually knock the icicles off, which is a pretty neat detail. While in the newest Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, whenever I tried this exact same thing, as you can see, the icicles are not reacting to my gunshots at all, and though this isn't game-breaking by any means, it is a small detail that we had in a previous Call of Duty that we don't have anymore. Well guys, you made it to the end. Thank you for watching this direct comparison of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 versus the newest Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you guys. And if you did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like on it because it helps the little video reach new fans. And as I always say, that's always a good thing. I also make new videos like the one you're watching right now every single week. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. But as I said, that's all I have for this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.